Us Zelda fans are all aware that the Zelda franchise often leaves mysteries for us, the players, to figure out. This is usually a theorizing channel, as I, and probably many of you guys, enjoy theorizing about the many wonders found across Hyrule. However, as much as I enjoy theorizing, the subjects listed below are practically impossible to theorize on, as we have very little information about it. I will also try not to cover more well-known mysteries or other larger mysteries that I think deserves its own video, like the Zonai and the ancient Sheikah. So sit back and relax as I bring to you 5 of the largest mysteries found in Breath of the Wild. Koroks. Koroks seem simple in Breath of the Wild. They are tiny creatures that, if found, give Link their poop. However, they live in Korok Forest under the care of the great Deku tree. Sound familiar? Yep, the Kokiri found in Ocarina of Time and the Koroks in the Wind Waker. They always all live under the care of the great Deku tree. But the mysterious thing is the nature of the Koroks themselves. They are implied to be spirits by the description of the Korok mask and other spirit-like traits, like appearing out of nowhere and that only a select few people can see them. This is proven by Hetsu's speech and the lines the first Korok Link met had said. They are clearly spirits, but of what? Children? Trees? Forests? There is no evidence to prove what they are or what powers they have, or why they act like children despite being hundreds of years old. And why, despite being spirits, they still react to Link holding a bomb or aiming an arrow at them. They craft weapons too, but for who? The weapons they craft are clearly too big for them and seem to be just the right size for a Hylian. Although no Hylians are meant to go in Korok Forest except for the princess and the hero. The hero already has the Master Sword waiting for him in there. So what are these weapons for? Furthermore, their physical appearance is strange too. They have a green body or brown body with a leaf as a mask, which is another eerie thing about them. They are leaf masks. Why do they need them? Is it part of their body, or do they have something to hide? Or is it a worldwide pandemic? Wink wink. However, the most mysterious part is those black eyes staring into my soul. The Cursed Statue. The Cursed Statue is a side quest that we get from Dr. Caleb in Fort Hateno. After we talk to that man, it will initiate the Cursed Statue Shrine quest, which consists of Link shooting the statue in the eye at 9 PM. The statue will then crumble to reveal a shrine. This is very strange. A person might link the statue to Shikatek as it is connected to the shrine, but then it's purple and not orange or blue like the rest of the Shikwa equipment. Also, it crumbles away and we do not see any wires underneath the statue or any Shikatek inside the statue. I mean, even if some Bluetooth signal was sent to the shrine from the statue instead of wires, there would still be tech inside the statue to send the Bluetooth signal. Or maybe the statue is actually cursed because, after all, it isn't our first time seeing cursed statues in Breath of the Wild. Another cursed statue is found on the outskirts of Hateno village and is willing to exchange pieces of Link's life for rupees. However, this statue explains himself and how he was sealed in, unlike the other statue. Also, why does firing a normal arrow into the eye work? Shouldn't it have to be a divine arrow or any other form of divine power? Also, if there really was a cursed spirit inside, why did he or she destroy the statue when they were kicked out? And what does this cursed statue have anything to do with the ancient Shika? Malanya, the horse god. He may not seem all that mysterious upon first thought, but if you really think about it, maybe overthink it, you will realize the power and eeriness of the horse god. He may seem like the great fairies found across Hyrule, which upgrades your clothes, because he also lives in a giant flower and needs rupees to regain his strength. He can also resurrect the dead and claims to watch over all horses in Hyrule. He is undoubtedly very powerful and mysterious. Although his motive is clear and the source of his power revealed to be rupees, he still raises a lot of questions, like where did he get his powers from and why does he wear a horse mask? Although he does raise a lot of questions, my biggest one is why the staples pay respect to the horse god if they doubt his existence. All the staples in Breath of the Wild have horse heads on top of them, and why they all bear an uncanny resemblance to Malanya. This is no coincidence, as Nintendo wouldn't go out of their way to add Malanya's head on top of every stable if there wasn't a connection. Looking from a lore perspective, it also wouldn't make much sense for every NPC to add a horse head to the top of their stable if it was for nothing. They are obviously a tribute to the horse god, but only 2 NPCs mention him, and the rest doubt his existence. So why do they still feel the need to add the horse head to the top of every stable, although nothing seems to add up about the stables and their connection to the horse god? More speculations will lead to more questions. So, moving on. Zelda got eaten by Calamity Ganon. Zelda in Breath of the Wild isn't much of a mysterious character, unlike some of incarnations. I'm looking at you, Twilight Princess Zelda. However, one large mystery is where she was during the 100-year gap between the Great Calamity and Breath of the Wild. She was still able to telepathically communicate to Link despite being in goodness knows where. Some people believe she was eaten by Calamity Ganon. However, when in snake-like form, he is literally a cloud, so she can't be in there. Also, she never ages, so she obviously can't be physically inside him. And to those who believe she was sealed in the secret realm, this would not be possible, as even when in the secret realm, people still age, proven by Link when he was sealed in there in Ocarina of Time. She also can't be in any other realm, as the others would require a portal. Also, to those who suggest time travel, that would not make much sense, as why would Zelda choose to travel to a time when she was sealed away? I mean, she could have traveled to a moment in time where the champions were still alive to warn them about the blights, and maybe even save her father from Calamity Ganon. Yep, so that rules out that possibility. She must have also been near Calamity Ganon, as she said during the ending scene that she has been holding him at bay using her sacred power. Her placement during the Calamity is undoubtedly quite the mystery, but the more I think about it, the more my head hurts. So now, on to number 1. Number 1. Malice. Malice in Breath of the Wild is something most of us don't question and just come to accept the fact that it exists and it is there. However, if you actually try to theorize about it, you will realize how little information we have on Malice. The most we get on it is just a loading screen text telling us it is a quote-unquote poisonous box formed by water that was studied during the Great Calamity. The rest of the game of creating a champion does not tell us anything more about this strange substance, but from examinations of Hyrule, I can tell you that Malice is only found in important places like Hyrule Castle, the Divine Beasts, and the Colosseum. If you think about it, this substance is only found in places of strategic importance, like Hyrule Castle, where the knights are, or the mobile fortresses of the champions. So now we understand that Ganon has full control of Malice, and that he can also use it to control the Guardians, as is proven in one of the cutscenes. However, another thing we can confirm is that he also uses Malice to make enemies stronger. The silver enemies found across Hyrule can be an example of this. Their Hyrule Compendium describes them as being influenced by Malice. Furthermore, no explanation of Malice is given about how it can be used to control shield attack or level up enemies. To make things even more mysterious, Calamity Ganon is also made of Malice. This murky substance left me dumbfounded while thinking of this theory. Anyway, that wraps up the video. To find out more on Malice, watch the video I made about Calamity Ganon and his origins. I also talk more about why he is made of Malice in that video. You should also watch this video about me trying to solve another larger mystery, Sheikah technology. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. See you in my next video.